next concept we're going to talk about is muffling. Muffling is the way that you determine how long the note is that you're playing. You're just using one of the hands to stop the resonance of the drum. When you do this, you want to do it as quietly as possible. Ideally, you don't want to hear the sound of the hand that's muffling the drum. Muffling is just a very slight motion with the fingers. You're taking out some of the resonant sound. You don't have to worry about completely silencing the drum. You're not going to be able to, and you don't want to. There'll be a little bit of resonant sound left over. So, to start learning this technique, just have one mallet in one hand and do all your muffling with the other hand. Just get used to how it feels to stop some of the resonance. Make sure you're doing a nice, relaxed, full timpani stroke while you're doing this. When you feel comfortable playing with the right hand and muffling with the left, switch hands. Sometimes you'll need to play and muffle with the same hand, so you need to get used to being able to muffle with a stick still in your hand. You can either do this by keeping your fulcrum and using these extra 3 fingers to dampen the drum. Or you can sort of shift the grip in your hand so that the stick falls in between the thumb and the palm, and then you have all 4 fingers to dampen. You'll want to practice playing and muffling with the same hand, first with the right hand and then with the left hand. Now that you're comfortable playing and muffling with one hand, let's try putting both of those hands together. When you're muffling, sometimes you're muffling to control the duration of the note. So let's start with an exercise where we're playing notes of a certain duration that's controlled by the muffling. In other cases, you may be muffling so that there's a certain clarity in the notes that you're playing. If I just play 2 drums back and forth, there's a certain lack of clarity because both drums are ringing at the same time. If I wanted to hear each drum a little bit more clearly, I could try a different exercise. In this exercise, I'm actually going to muffle one drum when I strike the other. That way only one drum is ringing at a time. You may want to use this in certain passages where, for instance, you're rolling on one drum and releasing on the other, and you want the release to be clear, and you don't want the resonant sound of the other drum to get in the way of that clarity. So remember that with muffling, you're controlling the durations of the sound that you're making. So you can, for instance, muffle really quickly after you're playing to create a staccato note. Or if you're muffling at the end of a piece or at the end of a long passage, maybe you want to gradually take the sound out. So experiment with it and find a lot of different ways to control the sound.